Johannesburg, do you know it was the first, I believe, the first city in the world to be built without any thought to the water source? So almost every other city is like built near a river or built near a dam or built near some sort of source of water is life, right?
Yeah.
In Johannesburg, it was always about the gold. Always about the gold. It was the first city in the world, like I said, to my understanding, that was built without a water source first. The water was brought in from somewhere else. And I think that from that stage onwards, and I think in South Africa especially, this thing of migrant labor, you can be an immigrant in another country, sure, but you can also be a kind of an economic immigrant within your own country. And almost everybody in Johannesburg is not from Johannesburg. We had to leave our own places wherever we're from, which 9 times out of 10 are more beautiful, right? To be here. So like the last time I came from the airport, right? I got picked up by an Uber guy and we were talking, and this bra was also from KZN. He was from a place deep in KZN called Tugela Ferry. Shout out to any folks from Tugela Ferry, right?
I don't even know about it.
Tugela Ferry, it's deep, right? Yeah. And that guy was just telling me like straight up, right? He was just like, he doesn't want to be in Joburg. He hates being here and whatever, but he just got it. If it was up to him, if he could make enough money to take care of his family and stuff, he would be back in Tugela Ferry any day of the week and twice on Monday. And I'm like, you know what? True as faith, me too. I'd be back. Durban's. There's a part of me that's still in Durban, but I would be in other places other than Johannesburg. But we're here because of the opportunity, so to speak. Excuse me, right? We're getting this dirty, polluted air that's coming in from Mpumalanga anyway. We're dealing with load shedding and traffic and getting jacked and higher prices. We go home to our families in December and stuff, and everyone's like, yeah, but you're eating nicely there in Joburg, so you're gonna come back with money when it's December time. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's all of these things, but actually, we only came here, or maybe our immediate ancestors came here because of the economic opportunity, and like, I don't know. I don't know if the cycle will end or break, but Joburg is a strange one. It's a strange city. There's times and there's parts of it that I really love, but no, this was not where I
really wanted to be.
Yeah, no, I'm from the coast. Like I need the ocean.
Yeah.
But yeah, better people here in Joburg, I think,
sure,
than in a lot of other places that you can find. So, and I like that to a certain extent in Joburg, you can be whoever you are. There are a lot of things going for Joburg, but it was never a place that I myself had wanted to come to. And I mean, geez, take it all the way back into history as well. Why the people that were living in this land originally, whether they were Khoisan, whether they were Xhosa in the Eastern Cape, there was a time when the British colonialists came up with a hut tax, and that's how labor started in South Africa, because people had been living in huts off the land as pastoralists for generations, lifetimes even, right?
Yeah.
Many lifetimes. And the British come over and they're like, no, you can't just live. You have to pay to live. Oh, you don't have money. Well, if you work in this mine, we'll give you money. And that's how it started. And now we all end up in Joburg.
And so with Job, but I think with that history, it makes sense why Joburg is the way it is right now.
In what way?
Because everyone is here to hustle, basically. Yeah. So if you're not hustling, others are hustling people, others are hustling jobs, but one way or another, we are all here to hustle, and this is why it makes it a jungle. Because in the first place, people who came in here, the only thing that was in their mind more than like Ubuntu, humanity, it was profits. And till date, this place is still like ran by a motion of like people before profits.
Or profits before people, you mean?
Or profits before people, yeah.
Totally. I mean, there's this place, somewhere, Rand Lords. You had these characters at the turn of the century. I mean, there's this bar around your Kitcheners, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were like the Empire in Star Wars. Do you know what we're talking about? We're like Kitchener and Cecil John Rhodes and whatever. All they cared about was like expanding the empire and like, smashing the natives under their boot and taming the land and stuff.
For real.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the history of this place. Like, you know, so.
I think I'm gonna take a tour and like just learn more about it.
Let me tell you. So right, not far down the road that way towards Brixton, right?
Yeah.
There's a place called George Harrison Park, right? Not named after the Beatle, named after a man, right? Called George Harrison, who had the farm, right, in the Witwatersrand here, right,
Yeah.
where they first discovered gold, right? And there were two men named Johannes that were involved. There was a guy, Willem Johannes or whatever, right, who was the person that found the gold on George Harrison's farm. And then there was another guy that was sent from the Netherlands, something Johannes, right, who actually came to verify whether it was real gold or not. So between the two of them, that's why Johannesburg is called Johhanesburg, right? It was named after them. Now, here's the crazy thing, right? You can go to that park right now, right, in George Harrison Park, and it was left open, right? And there are Zamas right now, still digging in there, still dying in there, still trying to find gold to this day. The same holes and the same whatever. It's the police have like semi-filled it, but it's not completely full, right?
Yeah.
That people, so those same mining shafts, essentially, that people came here for, 150 or whatever years ago. My thing is, 150 years ago, when those people were arriving with pickaxes and buckets and stuff, some of them were maybe convicts from Scotland or Wales or prospectors from America or whatever the case was.
Yep.
They weren't Zamas then when they didn't have a license to go and mine. Right now, people that have no other employment, that don't want to be gangsters or all the rest of that. And I know that there are some protection rackets and there are some criminal elements within the people that are referred to as Zamas
yeah.
or artisanal miners, right? But honestly, nobody goes into the belly of the earth for fun. There are easier ways to make money. People are doing it because they are desperate. And the notion of the unemployment, people are lazy in South Africa and all the rest of that. Okay, some people are lazy, but but go and look at the people that are hustling. Go and look at the people that are, like I say, crawling into the belly of the earth without even safety equipment or all the rest of that because they don't want to die. They want to live. And isn't that actually like what our country's supposed to be about?
I never actually thought of it in that way.